What's going on? It's your boy Donnie, and I want to do a quick video on this subject. So I saw this one video on YouTube. Shout out to the brother who made his content on it. I really rock with his content. Where he was talking about some young black boy, young black brother. I believe he's a real estate agent. It was like a video off of TikTok, but it's on YouTube. And dude doing his commentary on it. So now I'm doing mine in response to that video and other stuff. What I don't understand is we still live in a day and age where there's people out there that really don't like us people with quote unquote dreadlocks. I always have hated that term. I'm gonna do a deep dive, you know what I mean, on how that came to be. Matter of fact, let's do this real quick. Wikipedia says dreadlocks, also known as locks or dreads, are rope-like strands of hair formed by matting, which is done by not combing the hair and allowing the hair to mat naturally or by twisting hair. And over time, the twisted hair will form into matted locks. Y'all gotta understand, dreads go back even to thousands and thousands and on top of thousands of years. It goes all the way back to our ancestors. If you look at some of the images, like when they have them old architects in Egyptology, them days, the Egyptian days, they was even rocking dreads. And they was rocking dreads in Greece, all over the world, man. Young boxer with long dreadlocks depicted on a fresco from Akrotiri, modern Santorini, Greece, 1600 to 1500 BCE. Other sources suggest they were not dreadlocks, but long tresses of loose, curly hair. Some authors suggest meanings and translations are misinterpreted. Long tresses of hair, defined by Collins Dictionary, are long, loose curls of hair or long braids. Oh, so dreads can be also known as long, loose curls. I like the way that sounds. Especially when, and that's a fact, especially when I take my locks, when they braid it, when I take them out, they be looking like curly fries. I've always said that, you know what I mean? Like, I just love locks. You're listening to a person who once hated locks. You know what I'm saying? But then my brother got locks, and I won't say that I hated locks. It just wasn't my thing. Even though a few of my homies was wearing locks, it just wasn't for me at the time. That planted the seed. Now my hair, like he said, my hair way longer than his. And I remember he started before me. My brother got like the locks with the mohawk, like the mohawk locks. He got it like that, like the side shaved off. I need to visit my brother, man. He down south though. Anyway, I miss my little bro. But yeah, even though he taller than me, but still. So yeah, my brother inspired me to get dreadlocks. Because I ain't gonna say I hated locks. I just didn't like it. I didn't care for it. I was a Jaheim, you know what I'm saying, talking about you should have put that woman first type of, dude. Like, you know how Jaheim used to rock the, I think he got dreads now. And he's a Hebrew Israelite now, if I'm not mistaken. Shalom, brother. Shalom. But yeah, I used to rock the braids like Jaheim. I had the zigzags, the train tracks, the crisscross. I had all type of styles. Man, braids was I loved braids. Even though Bone Thugs and Harmony shot it, Bone Thugs and Harmony inspired me to get braids back in the days. Oh snap, I'm showing y'all my age without showing y'all my age. And yes, I met Jaheim and Bone Thugs and Harmony at 2 separate times. We'll talk about that at a later date. Trust me, you don't want to miss those 2 stories. But yeah, so I came from, and I had moments, I was always off and on. One minute I have the low cut and I'm rocking nothing but suits. And the next minute, I'm rocking the cornrows, wearing jerseys and long white tees and black tees and jerseys and designer type of hoodies, you know what I'm saying, with the cornrows. And now I got the dreads, and now I be dressing like I'm homeless. Not like homeless, but kind of like Andre 3000 a little bit. I'm a little artsy. I'm a little, you know what I'm saying? Got my little fashion. And then sometimes I'll be dressing like DMX back in the days. I gotta give you some Timbs. But anyway, I'm getting off subject. So that was just a little, I was just telling y'all a little history. I mean, it's a lot that I can go into. But according to Shiro in Encyclopedia of Hair, a cultural history, dreadlocks date back to ancient times in various cultures. In ancient Egypt, Egyptians wore locked hairstyles and wigs appeared. Man, they was wearing wigs back then? Wow, I didn't even know that. They was wearing hair hats back then. Oh, let's not stop there. They even had waves back then too. Wow, I didn't know that. On bas reliefs, statuary, however you use the word, I don't like the word, and other artifacts, mummified remains of Egyptians with locked wigs have also been recovered from archaeological sites. According to Dr. What's up with all these words, bro? Braided and locked hair was worn by people in the Sahara Desert. See, look at that. Since 3000 BC, dreadlocks was also worn by followers of Abrahamic religions. For example, Ethiopian Coptic priests adopted dreadlocks as a hairstyle before the 5th century AD, 400 or 500 AD. Locked hair was practiced by some ethnic groups in East, Central, West, and Southern Africa. Now, come on. Why they acting like this is a new phenomenon? My people, we have been wearing locks since the beginning of time. Or since the beginning of the human race. It's our culture. It's our heritage. It's us. So why hate on that? And shout out to all you elders. Some of y'all are confusing to me. Years ago, a lot of y'all was coming down hard on us brothers with locks, talking about y'all. You need to cut your hair, get a haircut, comb your hair. Y'all sound like your oppressors. But then now some of y'all, it's like y'all trying to keep up with the times. I get it, and now some of y'all are growing locks now. Make it make sense. And these are dudes in their 50s and 60s, and I just don't get it. Y'all was the main ones coming down hard on us about wearing our hair long as men. Talking about we need to focus on our image, or we'll have more opportunities and all this other stuff. Or you just wanted us to just cut our hair. You're a grown man. You shouldn't have long hair. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I just don't understand these things. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I do not understand that. Oh, I got me a new subscriber, Aquarius Baby Stit. I don't know if I said that right. Shout out to you. Oh, wow, I didn't mean for this video to be this long. All right, I'm about to wrap this up. So yeah, love you and love who you are when you look in that mirror. If you're okay with you having long hair, whether man or woman, don't let nobody try to convince you otherwise. You got to love you for you. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're going to have to wake up with you and go to bed with you every day of your life. until you know. At the end of the day, if you want to grow locks or wear your hair with locks, down the road, I don't care who you are, you can't escape this. No matter how beautiful and colorful your hair, your locks, or your long loose curls are, there's gonna be somebody who's gonna try to convince you to cut your hair, or they're gonna discriminate against you. That's just the way it is. I mean, we in a world like that, unfortunately. But let me tell you, nobody on the face of this planet is gonna ever make me cut my locks. Period. I love my hair, and I get it. Some people, they get to an age where, and it's probably in their family genes, they just can't grow their hair. You know what I mean? They're bald, and they be envious and jealous, and they just wish they can grow their hair. You know how many dudes that I come across? One time I was in this grocery store, and I go up in there to get me some, because I love ginger ale. And then this white dude's gonna say, "Oh, I wish I had your hair." And then the black dude gonna be like, "Yeah, man, I wish I had your hair too." And I'm like, "Oh man, leave me alone, man." Yo, my hair be starting conversations for me that I didn't even know that I needed to have with people. Like I be minding my own business, but it's like my hair be dancing when I'm moving or shaking and moving, and people, I ain't gonna front, especially when I've had it done. People admire it. You know what I mean? They like it. And I'm not mad at that. The worst part that I don't like is when women that I'm not interested in, "Can I touch your hair? I just want to, is it okay? They just want to feel that long, thick lock. Because my locks are thick. You know, it's not like J. Cole's locks or Jay-Z. I was going to get that. But shout out to my landlord. She was like, you get this and you never going to get a job nowhere. So... I'm glad I didn't do that. But I want to see who my locks look like. Because when I first started, well, you know, I was getting in the process of trying to get it to lock. I was always, and please don't look at me funny, I'm not this way, but I was always admiring Wale's locks. And I always used to say, I wish I had locks like his. You know what I mean? And now my hair, I think my hair way longer than his. You see how BG locks look like? It's like that, but a little bit thicker. And I want to say it's the same length, but recently I had my locks braided, so I took them out, and my hair is really longer now. I'm not gonna let it get like how Bob Marley at one point. I think he had let his, was it Bob Marley, or if it was one of them dudes, they let their locks get all the way to like their ankles. I don't think it was Bob Marley. But anyway, I can't do that, bro. Can you imagine you trying to play soccer and you tripping over your hair? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I can't do that. Nah, I ain't gonna let it get that long. To be honest, I like where my locks is at now. I won't leave it like that right now. If it get any longer, I'll probably have my ends clipped a little bit, trim it down a little bit. And then people be wanting to give me shape ups. I don't get no shape ups on top of my head. You know how you get the shape up in your hair, your hairline and all that. I don't let nobody touch that. I just be too scared that they gonna, do too much and then push my back, and then it's like, what in the world, bruh? You got me out here looking crazy. Nah, I don't want that. But anyway, I'm gonna rock locks until I can't rock them no more, I guess. But I'm always love my locks. You don't want your hair to get like Lil Wayne's. Lil Wayne, I feel like, matter of fact, he's a perfect example. When Lil Wayne came out back then, now that's how my locks look. You know what I'm saying? And I thank the Most High, man. I'm grateful, because I thought at this big age that I'm at, because I ain't in my 20s no more. I think, because I feel like once you get past 35, I was thinking like, man, I don't know if my hair gonna be able to grow. You know what I mean? So, and I know homies who, like my cousin, you know what I mean? He can't grow his hair no more, and he had locks before me. It's crazy because at the time I had a low haircut. You know what I mean? And my cousin had locks that I now have. And now it's in reverse. Now he don't have locks, and now I have locks. It's deep, man. I wonder why life be strange sometimes. I just be peeping certain things. That's just strange to me. And my other homie had locks. They all had locks around the same time, and I didn't have the locks at the time. I wasn't into locks until I moved out here. You know what I mean? Because I don't reside in Jersey no more, and that's why it's 908 on my name. You know what I'm saying? I'll explain that name later. And I still, rock with the 908 area code till this day. I don't care where I go, what number I get, it better be 908 on that mug. But yeah, shout out to all my people who in the 908, you know what I'm saying, tri-state area. Damn, this is really long. Love your locks. Love yourself. Don't let nobody, no millionaire man, no person of another race of folk try to convince you that you need to cut your hair, boy. You need to cut your hair if you want to sit and eat with me, the millionaire who's going to be paying you. You can keep your money. I'm not selling out for you, that money, or nobody, because that money come and go, and people like you definitely going to come and go. And I got to live with the fact that a grown man, probably in his late 30s and early 40s or late 40s, gonna convince me that I need to cut my hair at the age of in my 20s. You couldn't tell me no stuff like that. My father used to be like, you need to cut your hair. Man, no, this is who we are. This is our heritage. This is our essence of who we are. They done stripped us of everything else. We don't have our real names. We don't speak our real language. You know what I'm saying? And they tampered with the scriptures, so now people don't know what to believe. You know what I'm saying? They whitewashed all of our history. Everything in this world has been whitewashed. So the last thing that I can hold on to is my hair, and you're not gonna let me get that. You're not gonna let me be able to keep that. Come on now. We got our oppressors' names, first and last names. We don't even have our own origins of who we really are. So miss me with all that. Nobody's going to convince me or tell me what to do, period. You know what I mean? I don't care if you don't like me, you don't like my kind, quote unquote, my kind. You don't even know my kind. My kind is spiritual, righteous people. We're still royalty. We was kings and queens, man. We was at the top. But we disobeyed the Lord's laws. All he wanted us to do was to move, in order and follow his laws and do it the right way. Because when we do it outside of the Creator, you got nothing but chaos. So that's why he had to curse our people. Oh boy, I'm about to go in. I'm going to say that for another video. Anyways, your boy Donnie. Keep your locks for those that's rocking locks or even just started growing. Remember the reason why you wanted locks in the first place. The next time somebody tries to come at you, you ain't got to go off. You know what I mean? You can handle it with class, but you check them at the door and you let them know. You know what I mean? You let them know. You ain't got to go all the way in. You can just keep it short and brief, and you ain't got to snap. But you be firm with you stand tall like an oak tree. Don't bend for nobody. And you'll go far in this life. That's the best advice I can give anybody. It's stand 10 toes down, tall like an oak tree. That's how you got to be in this life. Don't let nobody penetrate you, you know what I mean, verbally or mentally. You know what I mean? Don't let them do that reverse psychology and now you give in. Nah, stand on it. Stand on it. If you believe that, you got to be willing to live and die by that. You know what I'm saying? Don't compromise if your heart's in it. Now, if your heart ain't in it, then that's a different story. I'm out, man. I got to go hit this store up real quick. I was doing good, yo. I went 3 months without drinking coffee. And now I just feel like I need some coffee. Yo, I was so tired yesterday. I would have gave y'all a video yesterday, but I was tired. I think I'm going to stop doing videos every day. I just be so busy. Man, I didn't even expect this video to be that long. All right. Catch y'all in the next video. Damn, man, that be going on. I'm gonna talk, ain't I? And I'm not even that much of a talker in real life like that. People know I'm the quiet one. How you? Damn, why this thing won't end? Wait a minute.